what's up? It's your girl, Latoya Abram, and you are at my podcast, LA The Life Culture, because it's all about the culture. And I have a special guest here with me today. I kind of feel like I don't need to introduce him, but everybody deserves an introductory. So without further ado, who do we have here?
Oh, it's just simple. My name is Brandon. Some people call me Brandon Michael, or they call me Aries King B. So that's pretty much my name. A lot of people know me on social media for that as well. So Aries King B is pretty much my brand of what I have.
Okay. Okay, so we gonna go a little deep. So we gonna start with where you from.
Gotcha. That's what's up. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
It's pretty much a known nature, like cultural town, and everything that's been placed in there. It's pretty much good for as far as everybody with, your history and everything else being around now, stuff like that. But I was born and raised in the area. Pretty much Atlanta is pretty much my second town. I went to school there. I went to CAU, did those things and everything else as well. I put a lot of business here in Atlanta, and I also put a lot of business in Birmingham as well.
Oh, so you're an entrepreneur.
That's correct.
Okay, I did not know that. I just know you because you do like a lot of fashion
That's true.
or your GQ type stuff.
That's true.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's
All
true.
right. So you said you're from Birmingham. Were you raised in a single parent home or was it two parents?
So it's kind of crazy. My mom and my dad was like amazing. Like it's different. They, at the time being, they was married for 15 years, and by me being a baby boy, they knew at the time being that they knew they was giving up. It was time for it. My mom pretty much put a lot of money into him as far as what she did for his dreams. What I mean by that is helping with his ambition, what he did. It created a lot of stuff together. At the time being, my mom was working with South Central Bell, which is Bell South, and which changed to AT&T and everything else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My dad pretty much was working with a steel plant.
Okay.
So, he go home, work hard, hands, knees, legs, ankles. He was tired all the time and everything else. But they end up things were different. My dad started, I call it smelling yourself. uh, my dad started, getting a lot of people trying to hit on him and everything else and all that, and things of the love started changing.
Oh.
So from that time,
Oh, so he was a ladies man.
Man, what? my dad, I'm not gonna lie, like that's where I learned a lot. My dad is very handsome, attractive. He's an amazing man, inside and out. That's what gets you. The thing is the way he carries himself, his pose. And I think I get that a little bit.
I was like, you probably got it from him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what your mama looked like. I'm sure she's beautiful too.
My mom is amazing. Like she's gorgeous. But the thing is, my dad just showed me a couple of things that's been in place. But the thing is, with their relationship, as far as what they had, was more of like ambition, what people were saying. Birmingham was a small town, so if you're going to hear about it, they're going to talk about it. Everybody in the city, they're going to bring out a couple of words, and that's me, what ain't going to happen.
Right.
So they call it quits. They had some ambition towards each other. By me being a baby boy, my brother, my sister, they're older than me. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's three, yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So my sister is older than me. My brother's pretty much is a little bit older than me and everything else and all that. So from that time being is I was pretty much the baby boy. I was always picked up, laughed, joked, and everything around those things. Always up under my mom and always up under my dad. But my dad pretty much was like, he had to find some ways of where he needed to do stuff. So my mom put a block on dad when I was growing up. But I went to the school and I was like, the principal was saying that, if you want to talk to your dad, he let us know what you want to do. I was like, I want to see my dad. So I was in kindergarten and they took the block off of it.
Oh.
But the crazy part is my mom didn't know about it. She didn't know about it. My dad would sit up at school, eat lunch with me and everything else. I try to tell people what people go through. Do you say, like relationships through marriages or through situations they go through kids, don't be so hard and mad on some things. I've witnessed that. my dad tried to do some stuff towards my mom. I was like inside in between. My mom was telling me some things as far as what he was doing, and he told me some things that she was doing. I was just a baby at the time,
Right.
but I was just so innocent. So my mom didn't know I had a block on him. So from the time being, I was going from different schools. My dad would sit down and eat lunch with me. He would leave from the plant. He would take his time from work and sit down and eat with me. It was so beautiful and magnificent. People were like, who was that? Like, that's my dad.
Right.
And people like, oh, snap, my dad don't eat with me. I'm in the black community and people don't even be around their fathers.
Right.
So people thought like, dang, your father's my father. So it was so amazing at the time.
But how did that make you feel? Was you okay with sharing your dad?
Yeah, I didn't care because
Okay.
I wanted other people to see how happy I was. Even though we was not in the same midst. And people believe like, oh, snap, you and your mom, your dad, y'all pretty much a happy family, or your dad and your mom, and they're still married. People still to this day thought they were still married. But I just never talked as much. I was always secretive on some stuff. So what kind of guy it was, I was just sitting there just eating lunch. And then when I got ready to graduate from high school, I was in an area within my life around a lot of gang members and everything else. I was bullied in school because the way I dressed. I was fortunate to have a lot of money. I was wearing clothes different from other people.
Right.
Kids were wearing Dickies, you know what I'm saying? And I was wearing like duck heads and chaps, Nautica, Timey. Shoot.
Oh, you was a fly boy in the country. They didn't
Yeah.
understand that. So you was dressing like a city boy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I knew myself was into fashion to that way when I was growing up.
Okay.
In drama class, acting, doing those things, and I was getting towards classes and doing all those stuff. And people was like, "Oh, so what you want to do?" And I was putting myself in the way, but my dad always pushed me towards it. So I was doing Broadway, doing things on shows and all that as well when I was being younger, doing modeling classes and doing runway and all that because my dad was just pushing me into it. And then I started getting contracts with people, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with Timey and, little small things, doing shows and all that. I'm like, what I was going to do next. So my mom did not know, like, hey, hold on. I'm hearing from other teachers that somebody was coming to see you. And as I got ready to graduate, my mom didn't know I got my cap and gown in January, because she thought I was like pretty much like just out there in the streets doing stuff and stuff like that. But I was just around those guys, it was protecting me on some stuff because people was bullying me in school. So that's why I know. I was like, I'm just going to be real with you. Dad was coming up and see me. And from that time being, that was the first Thanksgiving we had when I was 18.
As a family together.
As a family together.
Wow.
Because I invited him to sit down, and my brother and my sister was looking at me like, dang, who invited him? They were so mad at him because from the divorce of what happened, and they was mad at him for a decade. And then at the time being, I was like, I had to give that up. And I knew God was like making something for me.
Yeah.
So ever since then, we just have this great, amazing relationship that no one never can tear from that bond.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. So did your sister and brother end up eventually getting close with him or reconciling the relationship?
Yeah. They do everything. They laugh and joke, talk, call them, hang out with them and do things like that. Me and my dad, he was like, I say, compadre.
Okay.
When I ride on the side of the car with him and everything else, he'll have his little drink in the back and just ride. We just do those things. And it just made me realize that I didn't want to give up that. That's why I try to tell people, it's not how you impact as far as having your mother and father there together just because they're not together, but you can make an example out of those things.
Exactly.
And I knew what I did with that. So, it was tough. Sometimes I post pictures and everything else and put my dad out there and all. And they be like, oh, man, your dad is so beautiful. He's so handsome and all this other stuff. So I'm like, that's my rock. Because my dad wanted to give up. When I was in middle school, I remember him crying to me like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, if you give up on me, you give up on everything. He was like, I want my other two kids. I want to be there. I want to do this. And I'm like, it's going to take time. Just because what you did and what you messed up on, and that's why we had this great relationship. And I told him, like, you messed up on that, Um, your daughter pretty much looked up to you. You know, she saw say everything for you. But the same sense is you was the first man she met. So when you hurt her heart, that changed things.
Yeah.
And
How she view men.
right.
So yeah.
You know, and in that same sense as my mom, you know, she loved him. He was everything for him. And it hurted her. I'm like, you hurted two women in your life. So, you know, you got to reap what you sow, you know, and people don't understand what you get and what you have. That brings up, you know, some people like, you know, I got a lot of wisdom, a lot of old soul in me, but I've learned to listen and understand. But I never knew at the time being where I was going to be at if I never took the time to see what he had. Like, I learned from my dad. I'm not going to lie. My dad did some crazy shit, but, you know, I don't take that away from him. I never look at my dad like as a bad person, worst person, whatever. He's the most brilliant person I've ever learned in my life. It's kind of like a job, you know. You go to a job and, you know, you be around a boss or whatever it is, and they do something, whatever it is, that's not into their position, but then they realize, hey, I did something wrong, and they learn from it. And my dad knew it was more of a business situation for him than himself, and now he's changing that. So I love that.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Y'all know it's kind of crazy that, you know, I just threw it off in the back, but
no, this is I asked you. Yeah, I asked you. This is how I usually start all my interviews off, and I open it up. So,
right.
So yeah. So okay. So after high school, you mentioned that you went to college.
Right, I did.
Now, was that a decision that you made, or was it like your mom telling you like where you need to go?
I mean, it was so weird. I mean, I've been around like a lot of military people. My family is pretty much big on military, government work, FBI, all that as well. Marines, Air Force, and Army. My grandfather was in the Army, and I had a bad taste in my mouth to do Army things. Even though I took the test and I passed for it, but I was like, shit, should I do it? And then I even thought about being a police officer. I went for that and passed tests for Birmingham and also passed tests for Atlanta. They cracked me, you know. I have a big background with barbershop work. You know, a lot of my family had that. My dad and my grandfather, we put money into the barbershops and everything else of what we have, and we have a lot of stream of barbershops with our families. Cousins, brothers, and all that as well. New Breed, Simps, New Deal, Alabama Barber College, New Cuts, Nappy Cuts. So all us are big brands. So that's why you always see me pretty much just cut up all the time. You know, I do have hair on my head.
Okay.
Okay. But I do
you
wear a lot of
bald-headed.
yeah. Well, I wear a lot of hats. Don't get me wrong, because my head get cold. You know. But
That is so strange though, because you know most dudes that's bald they keep a head on, so people be assuming that you're bald.
well, some people think it because I do shave it on the sides and stuff like
Right.
that, whatever it is. But that's just a new style I put in.
Okay.
I tend to do different things, you know, whatever it is. Keep people guessing, keep it on their toes. Especially with the work I do. People be like, oh, snap, he took this hat off. You know, he on go mode. So, but the thing is, what I end up doing, what I've learned as far as with cosmetology and going to school for those things and learning from them, with the business, what they did, you know, I understood. You know, my grandfather put money into it. He did, and went with those barbershops and all that. And I thought I was going to follow his lead, going to the military and all that. And I went to barber school, and you know, I got my barber's license and everything else. I'm like, oh snap, what I'm gonna do with it? You know, I'm in college. I was at Miles College, and I'm not gonna lie, I was around the dark stage. You know, I love my brothers or whatever it is. So you know, shout out to them. I'm not gonna say too much names or whatever, but they still look out for me, whatever, to this day, because in that time being, it was a lot of killing, a lot of robbing, and everything else, whatever it is. You know, some people look at movies, you know, they think this stuff ain't true, but what it is, you know, you this guy that's coming from the neighborhood, you smart, and you know people, and you be around them, and they see you around these drug dealers and all this other stuff, they be like, damn, you know, it's not real, but it's real out there, you know, because what you been around. I'm going to school, fly. You know, I'm wearing a Nietzsche, wearing a Pele Pele. You probably say how old I am.
Oh, you was wearing drug dealer clothes.
Yeah,
Right, look, when you said Pele Pele, Nietzsche.
when you rocking, you know.
Right, do you put your age out?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, you young still.
Some people be
Okay.
like, dang, you know, you Can't be 41,
You,
whatever
you
it
said it like
is.
you said it like you was gonna say 47, 48.
Hey, slow down, slow down, slow down.
You still young.
I ain't trying to go that high, but if I
Right.
do, I do.
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
get. I
right.
gotta
Still gonna
get
be
that age.
fly. So yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I did. It's like it's kind of crazy that when I was in school and I was wearing it, a lot of guys were like, damn, who this cat is. Went to school for business, went for law school, going over there at Miles. Had the whip over there, Chrysler Sebring 300, you know what I'm saying? Just running on the yard and people like, who is you? So that's my
Wait,
no.
so you never sold drugs?
I was around it.
You was around it. Okay.
Around it like crazy.
Okay.
I mean,
But it never
around
influenced you.
It never did.
Okay, so you was like,
Because-
I know I want something better out of life. Like it's
Right.
cool that they chose that, but
Right. Because,
Okay.
a couple of guys I knew, they protected me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was weird, When I go to a bar lounge or a club or whatever it is, it was an entourage type shit. Them guys just be like, you getting out? Yeah, let's get out. I go out with them and everything else, whatever. I was the one with clean cut guy. With clean cards. They go out there and stuff like that. They was dirty. So when they see my face walk up to the club, they see all these dudes or whatever it is, they let me go through. And they let my crew go through. And they paying money over through the table, even though they stuff was revolted or,
Wow.
they ain't had no license or whatever it is. Anything. Some of these guys got little things on their hip.
Yep.
But they knew at the time being like, okay, we know B. And, people knew who I was. So we walk up in that shit and have a good time. So I respected them when they respected me. I gave them a good time. We popped ballers, we chilled, and everything else. It was never with a crazy situation because they respected me. You know what I'm saying? If I had to get in a situation with around them, they'd be like, hey, man, B, it's going to be showtime. And I'm like, I know what time it is. And I dip out and let them do what they need to do. I never was in a situation or put in a situation where they was going to harm me or do anything with me. It was more so a respect level. It was just that type of situation because everybody knew each other. But when I was in college, it was different. People was just trying to get out of the way. We was at Miles and people's partner got killed on the basketball court. We was out there playing basketball one time. Everybody had the headlights out there just chilling, We was just out there shooting, hooping, cracking, drinking, had a cup drink. Partner over there had a situation, got smoked out on the court.
Dang.
Then
So they get it in Alabama.
Yeah,
In Birmingham.
I had a partner of mine got kidnapped and killed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, and we was online. We was trying to do that, and the line got kicked off and everything else. We were like, snap, and I had to change on some things. So I had to realize I had to move something for myself in another type of way. Then I had a couple of relationships that I was in, that was really deep. This chick I was dating went in my partner and turned around, he went behind my back and stuff like that and got her pregnant. I was like, I had to leave that.
Yeah.
So I had to put all that in a situation, whatever it is. And I was trying to do something good with my career, what I had. I met this partner, whatever it is, and I was like, hey, man, I want to go to Clark, Atlanta. He put me on Clark, Atlanta on foot. And that's when he was like, oh, snap, you can come up here as long as you get residence over here and all that to pay for your school. I had the loan, everything in place. I went there and I graduated.
What was your major?
Business, man.
Okay.
Went into that and all that. Some people said, snap, you need to go in law school. I'm like, I'm not finna do that. I try to do it at Miles, but I ain't good at lying. I'm like, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he smoked them. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He paid me the money last week.
Right. Look, that's when they tell my dirt. Yeah, because they do be lying.
Right.
They get paid to lie. So,
And I think that was the biggest thing. A lot of people that knew me or whatever it is I was cool with, I knew I couldn't put myself in that position to look out for them that type of way. So
yeah, they definitely would have been trying to come to you.
Right, you can get me off this situation. And even I knew some big time lawyers, Ricky, Paul, all them cats, all them guys was good to me. They look out for me and they know they still do those things and they big time lawyers in California. They moved somewhere else and they was like, man, we need to be lawyers. We need to be all on the bar. We all pushing our Rolexes. And I'm like, I didn't want that. So I changed those things. So I went towards another different type of avenue.
And that's when you start opening up the businesses. So you said barbershops.
Yeah. So, I put money into it and stuff like that. So my biggest thing and what I did is with my clothing line. I would push the clothing line like crazy. This is part of the clothing line and everything that I did. Some people say, well, snap, why you just don't put nothing online and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I slowed up on it because, with the clothing line people, everybody's not going to wear it until they see you with it. It's like the, prototype type stuff. Even when they went with the jeans, when I started wearing the jeans, people started fabricating, looking different ways. They be like, nah, man, it don't look whatever it is. I started rocking with the beanies, you know what I'm saying? I'm understanding that. Doing those things. People like, I'm going to get the beanies. I went with the beanies and I with the hoodies. I did all those things. But then I said to myself, like, I'm going to slow down. I'm just going to wear my couple pieces. And if I decide I'm going to push it back out, I'm going to go with those things. So now, I started doing beard oil. For the time being, rocking with that, and that's when I know people started getting it. And then people that didn't have a beard, I'm like, bro, come on now. I got to start drinking more. You ain't got no beard. It ain't going to work like that. It goes into your diet. How I'm going to get a beard like you? Bro, you straight bare knuckle face. You feel me? You Charlie Brown. Like, how you going to get a beard, G? Your diet is different. Nobody in your family ain't got no beard, so you expecting my products to make you get a beard. So I said, okay, I'm going to slow down, start putting in the barbershops, doing those things. And I changed. I said, God, what I'm going to do different? Then I started going into Turo business.
Okay.
Now I got Turo business and I got Airbnb business. I started doing things different. Now I'm going to start going to real estate business where I got some partners and some friends that's going into it as well with me. And I put my money into that type of atmosphere. So that's what I'm going in that direction on those things.
So you going to do it here in Alabama or?
So I'm gonna get you on something.
Okay.
So in Georgia, man, y'all know y'all crazy as hell.
I ain't from here. They prices is crazy though.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy with the prices. The housing that they have in a certain type of areas, like one area I was looking at, they was going for like 200-something thousand. By the time I get ready to sell it, I gotta go for 3.
Yep. It didn't used to be like that.
Right.
It really changed.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. I came back and I'm just like, because I had went to Texas for a while. I came back, I'm like, what the heck is going on?
You went to Texas for a while.
Yeah, I went to Texas for a while.
They got some good little land over there.
But it's cheaper here.
It is.
Ooh, Texas run me back to Atlanta.
Think about it. So people don't know in Birmingham, way cheap.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So the 500,000 houses that you see is totally bigger than what you see.
Wow.
They be around lakes. They got amphitheaters. Like
Dang.
they got workout centers. They got everything in their own community.
Wow.
In their own community, they have like stuff like Starbucks, Longhorns, Texas Roadhouse. They have a lot of streams of businesses around them in Birmingham, which is weird. And then if it's a $500,000 house, they have so much land.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here, I've been seeing stuff with 500,000.
Yes. Yeah.
It look like the
Me
yard.
and my daughter was
This is
in
the
the
yard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And then you have a lot of HOA that come with it. And it's like, why would
Right.
you want to buy a house and you got to deal with the stuff? Because every month they going to hit you with something. It's always something. But yeah, wow.
And see you over there, it's a gated community.
Yeah.
If you paying 500 rap,
What?
you paying the
See, I
500
got a
rap.
cousin that live here. He got a beautiful house. I see why he went there.
You ought to be amazed at the $1 million homes.
I like to come look.
Throw your mind off.
What?
And see, a lot of people don't know, like, these little DH hoarder homes, they ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
See, they sell them over there in McCalla, they go for like 200-some racks. You know what I'm saying? In other areas, you go to Clarendon and everything else, or even if you go towards the Hoover on the backside, some people don't know. Or Leeds, you're going to pay $200-some thousand for them little smaller house, $190-some thousand homes. But with them 500 to 100, it's a gated community. Them folks be having everything in their neighborhood. You ain't got to go nowhere. Them folks ride golf carts.
They go through what?
Go
That's
through their
luxury.
neighborhood. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's different. And that's why I look at over here. I'm like, I look at the house. I'm like, I talk to the person. I say, how much you selling that house for? Oh, I'm selling it for 400-something thousand. I'm like,
It'd be a basic house. It'd be all
Bruh.
right. You don't, yeah.
because you got to walk in, shower, marble. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? They got the
Right.
little cheap little Timu
Yes.
fans. You get what I'm saying?
They don't even have the customized. Now, one thing I will give Texas, the way they construct their homes is phenomenal.
That's true.
Phenomenal. Beautiful. Georgia, it's like, okay, it'd be cute, but it be
It ain't worth
basic. Yeah, you be
Basic.
like, what is this?
You got a 2-move remote on your goddamn air conditioner. You feel
Right,
me?
right.
They got high ceilings and over there in Texas. It's a
Yeah,
totally different
yes,
type
they
of
do. It
ballpark.
is.
It is,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying the way the
But
demographics set up, the flooding. I love Texas. I
yes,
love it to death.
they have terrible weather.
Bad. The
Yeah,
flooding is no joke.
it is.
Yeah.
And because of that, especially when it's hot in the summer, yo,
Right.
I was paying. My house wasn't that big. I actually had a bigger house here, and my light bill was a lot cheaper. It was like maybe the highest is $350 maybe.
Shut the front door.
And yeah, and it was like almost 3,000 square feet.
Man.
I go to Texas. The house is not even 2,000 square foot.
Right.
My light bill in the summertime was $600 to $700 a month.
I don't know what y'all be doing. See, in Alabama, you know how much my light bill be?
How much your light bill is?
120.
Oh my, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. You got a house.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
2-story house.
Wow.
Double door garage. 4 bed.
Wow.
2 bath.
What?
Yes. Huge. Huge.
Look, I might need to go back to my grandmother's from Selma. Selman? Am I saying it right?
Selma.
Alabama. Yeah, but she moved away when she was like 9.
Yeah.
My family moved her up north.
Now,
so.
I ain't gonna lie, Huntsville jumping now.
I heard that.
Jumping.
I've heard
like
that.
crazy.
It's Huntsville. It's another area. What is that other? It's another area that's I heard is popping right now too. I cannot think of it.
It can't
Because
be
we had
Mobile.
went. Me and my kids had went. We was like in a strip plaza. It was really nice.
Well,
They had nice condos. It was really nice. I cannot think of the name
it
though.
couldn't be no Mobile.
No, I don't think it was. No,
Nah,
I've been through there as a
Mobile's
truck
on the back
driver.
end. Right,
Yeah.
right. But Huntsville be jumping.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody say. They building up because you know that's where the space is and that's what NASA is at. That's what they do.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Right.
That's why
You
they
probably
saw
talking
the
about
attract.
Montgomery though. Are you talking about
Was it Montgomery? No. Yeah, I think it was. I think we were in
is getting
Montgomery.
enough. But Huntsville and Birmingham is your highest attraction.
Okay.
Your highest.
What about the racism? Because I heard it's real different out there.
I mean,
I heard it's real.
that's why I try to tell people. People don't know the real understanding of racism. They don't know what it is. You got to know. You got to be from Birmingham to know what racism is.
Okay.
Racism is not. You know, people so quick. Oh, you're racist because you didn't want to talk to me. That ain't the case.
No.
You know, it's a little bit more, you know, dignant on the things that they do down. It's a different type of way. They're not going to speak too much, but you can see it, you can feel it. And what I mean by that is, you know, they'll ignore you. They won't even speak to you. They won't even say nothing to you when you come in their location.
See, I like that though, because I don't like the ones that smile in your face and they really don't like you.
That's true, but
I
they do
want
the
you to be
same
upfront.
thing too.
Wow.
But they won't serve you.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's certain areas. Like I remember one time I was training somebody based upon the work I do, and the thing is, I was over the training and we walked into I'm going in Happy Gilmore. Hey, how y'all doing? Like I'm the president of the United States. They looking at me and they like, oh snap, who's this dude? So I was like, well, hey to y'all too. And the girl that I was training, she was like, dang, they didn't want to say nothing. It was like going towards Jasper, Alabama.
Wow.
You know? And I was like, damn, you know, it was.
I drove out there before too.
It's
in
tough.
Jasper. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool, but they racist out there.
Oh yeah,
too.
I walk. So as a truck driver, and I'm a female. I'm delivering at it's like a flooring store.
Right.
Kind of reminds you of a Western movie the way it was because you walk through the doors. Yeah, I walk through the doors. Big old white guys come out. White lady came out. Can I help you?
Right.
I said, ma'am, I'm a truck driver. My truck's in the back. I'm here to deliver. Oh, okay. Come on to the back. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where did these people send me?
Right.
If they would have did something to me, who would have knew? Because it was like a little, hey, Jasper Towel.
They do it.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
It's kind of like how they did us. The lady had ignored us. And one lady, the server came out. When the server came out, she looked at me and she looked at her and she walked towards the back. And then another girl came out and she looked at me and I was like, hey, I said, you busy? You working? She was like, I'm not working at the time being. And she walked back out. And the people that was sitting on the side, they upped and left. So the whole area was like gutted out, empty, and everybody was sitting on the side. So it's like a segregated situation.
Oh
like one side is white and the other side is black. So then by the time this guy sit down, which is a white guy, he was like, hey, I'm here to pick up an order. They came out and talked to him. And the girl was getting the order. I was like, hey, you know we've been saying. She's like, oh, oh, I'm ready now. So I was like, oh shit, here we go again. You get what I'm saying? So
Wow.
they have their ways of what they do.
That
And
is
then, big
crazy.
on TikTok, Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
You probably heard about it. Coleman, Alabama. They got their little Hallmark Christmas thing going on.
Oh no, I haven't heard that. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, I mean, you give people shots, like I said, you keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
And they was known for a lot of racist situations, where they didn't appreciate. People don't know where KKK come from and stigma of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
People went through those. My mom been through those things. My mom was there when, she was down there with Martin Luther King and everything else, and they was spraying down us
Yeah,
and,
hosing everybody. Yep.
hosing everybody down
So,
with the
yeah.
dogs.
So your mom is black?
Yes.
Okay.
My dad, my dad is Cuban.
Okay, yeah, I thought I seen like some
Right.
Latin or something on your page.
Yeah.
So okay.
My dad is Cuban.
So you really Cuban? You Afro Latina?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
My dad
Okay.
is Cuban. My dad is, got black as well, but my mom is black and Indian too.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they partner up on that and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I pretty much take more of my dad's side.
Okay.
Which is weird, whatever in place. But like I said, at the time being, they went through those things
Mm-hmm.
and it was disheartening.
Yeah.
But people don't know. Like I tell people, if you don't know what racism is, it teaches you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a job and you apply for it and they say you overqualified, I'm like, how am I overqualified?
How am I overqualified? Right.
Right. You going for the regular position, whatever it is. And then, they hire somebody white, they have no type of, experience of what they're doing. They do those things.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. That's crazy.
Right.
Okay, so how did you get into TikTok?
Oh man, it was weird. I was out one day. I was pretty much at a show. So the show was about what I got a partner of mine. He raps, so he be around, a couple rappers and stuff like that as well here in Atlanta. And so I was like, shit, And I posted a video and everything else, and I had on my leather jacket. I was sitting at the bar, I was chilling. And I was pretty much having some good little drinks, just vibing out. And I posted a video, and it's pretty much it's already pinned. It's on and that's when it blew up. And my partner was like, "Man, see, I told you, bruh, you playing with these folks, you doing this and that." So I was like, I just be chilling. He was like, "You gotta stop being so much secluded within yourself and being real around your people. Just make sure you just expose yourself."
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went on and did it. And I posted another video, and I did a little Soldier Boys, what I'm saying, a little Draco thing, and I did that. I was like, okay, I'm just playing around with this joint, or whatever it is. And after that, I was like, well, I'm just going to post videos of me just chilling, just being me like I always do. And ever since then, I was natural with it, and people should start liking it. And they like, dang, you just being you, just posting videos with my outfits on, or I'm just chilling in the car, or I'm out, or I'm traveling, just being myself on those things. But I mean, I was on there, but I never just put myself in a position. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little scary sometimes because some people do take my videos.
I be having that stuff happen to me and make pages.
Yeah,
just
and
weird.
I'm like, and then I got some girls that hit me up talking about something. Hey, is this you? I'm like, girl, I don't know you. I ain't never met you in my damn day of my life.
Right.
You don't know who I am. You don't remember me. No, I don't remember you.
Dang, so they be trying to finesse them.
Right. And
Right,
then,
asking for money and stuff.
right. And they be like, and then some of them be like, oh, send me a picture or whatever this and that. Let me know it's you and real. It's just be weird sometimes. And I'm like, cool. I mean, even though I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, I don't have too much of those issues. But with TikTok, I am banned at least about 7, 8, 12 pages where people create things.
Making them like it's you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
are crazy.
And then, but like I said, I have some girls, women, they be hit me up. They be like, Stab, is this you? You don't remember me sending you money? I'm like, nah.
What? Oh, they are silly.
I'm like, shit, he ain't sending me no money.
But here go my cash.
Right. You ain't never seen me.
Right.
But then
right.
what kind of made me upset is one particular person had wrote me and they said my mom was sick. And I'm
Ooh.
like, and then I went to the person page and I wrote them and I said, one thing I don't play about is family.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it seem like my mom is sick and my dad is sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I told myself, if I find out who you are, I promise you I'm gonna put some harm on you. And and I guess that person turned around and wrote me from a separate page and like, hey, I've been going through some things. I'm like, I don't care what
They
you're
ain't got
going
nothing
through.
to-
And they was
right.
like, well, you're a nice looking person. I'm not the nice looking. I'm like, people can accept you for who you are.
Yes, you gotta have confidence in yourself.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some women got some ugly ass baby daddies or ugly ass men. That's their
Right.
business. You feel me?
Right.
But you never put yourself in a disjustice because you don't look good.
Yeah, because you don't have confidence
Right.
in yourself. So now
I
you
mean-
didn't create a fake page because you're like, oh, this person's attractive.
Right.
I'll be to get, maybe some money or whatever it is. It's just crazy.
Because I'm not everybody cup of tea. Some women I got turned down by some women. They were like, shit, you got big lips. You're not tall
Who don't
enough.
nobody with no big
Or,
lips?
you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got no kids. Or, I don't like the way you dress. Or, I had women tell me, shoot, I don't like date men with beards. I don't date. I've been through those things. And that's what I wrote old buddy. I'm like, you'd be amazed that I had women turn me down for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that should not stop you for who you are.
Exactly.
Because if you ugly, somebody gonna love your ugly ass.
Yeah, somebody gonna find a beauty. What they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That part.
So yeah.
So I learned that in confidence in life, everybody's not gonna be your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not gonna be your bowl of cereal.
Right.
But it's okay to wake up in the morning and realize how good you taste and who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned those things. That goes in the life of relationships and who you date.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, so you said you don't have no kids?
Hell no. Sorry. No, respect to the kids.
Oh no.
I said that.
I was like, you don't want nothing to do with them. Are you an uncle?
I am.
Do you let your...
Yes.
Okay. But you didn't want none of your
My
own.
niece is my everything. I do a lot for.
Okay.
I don't lie. She called me dad, but I try to tell her, like, don't take away from your dad.
Right.
It is what it is. But whatever my sister got going on, whatever it is, she be this great person is that she let them know that her dad is still there, but her dad is not in her life. Which is crazy. He was my teacher.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's some messed up situation.
In college or high school?
In high school.
Oh, he was a pervert. Okay, we go.
Right. I don't want to put it like that.
Wow.
But yeah, my sister, even though she was older than me, she went to Talladega, don't get me wrong, and they known each other. She was a step teacher, that substitute teacher, and they liked each other. They dated. They did their things, and they had kids together. They had one. So
Okay.
still, I don't take away from that, but still,
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right.
Okay, so you don't have no kids. Are you married?
None. Nah.
Or are you dating?
I'm dating.
So you in a relationship with somebody?
Hell no.
Okay, so let's correct this because the new generation.
The correction of what people don't understand.
The new generation, when you say dating, they think that you saying that you in a relationship with that person.
No,
I said
hell
no. When I was growing up, when you say dating, I mean you
opening
just
doors and taking you to Starbucks and your
and
ass
it could be
going
different
home.
people.
No,
And it could be
you
different
going
people.
home.
Yeah.
I'm going home. I ain't your man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Hell no.
He said it for the people who don't understand.
Date people don't know what cordial dating and understand dating, whatever it is. And people be like I had this, like I told this one girl, so like dating multiple people, that might come into way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might meet this girl Monday and date her Friday, but you probably got a date on Tuesday. I don't mean I got to go home with you. But then some people turn around and put themselves in a position to be like, I want to come home. I want to come to your house. Shit, why you got to come to my house? What's wrong with your nasty house? You feel me? Why you got to come to mine? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But they want to do it. They want to come to my house. Kind of like the setup you got here. They want to take pictures and put it all on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, because I seen some of your house. You got a nice house. And it do look like a content house.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you say don't
want
do
taking
that.
no pictures.
Right, and posting
Take
it.
it by the mailbox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't take no pictures in my house. Don't do those things. But they do that, because, it is what it is, but the same sense. I want a woman to love me for who I am and what God brings towards my heart and my mind. I don't want no woman to be with me like I got a trophy.
Yeah.
I've been a trophy all my life. I had women dating me that was a trophy. They never loved me.
See.
They never valued me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to say good morning. I don't want you to say good night or what did I eat. Hell nah.
Right.
I want you to be like, hey, I'm spending my morning with you and probably in Chile or some shit. You know, we doing things. Or we turn around and say, oh, snap, we eating somewhere at a nice little restaurant, having salad in it or having some coffee. That's what we doing it. But some people just want to be in your business but not be part of your business.
Yep.
And I've learned that in relationships, like, damn, you really don't love me. You don't want what's best for me.
Right.
You want what's around me.
What's
you know
beneficial.
you can't afford it. You know,
So they want to try to use you.
right.
So they can try to
You can't
experience
get them
the lifestyle.
Raisinets at the movie theater, so you want to use me to get them Raisinets. You get what I'm saying? Like everything it takes a place in life. Like I date with a purpose.
Yeah,
I
know
love
that's
for
right.
a purpose.
Some people don't.
Right. People just, I'm like, I get tired. Hey, what we gonna do next? Next thing you know, they go up in the crib and we sleep together. We sleep together. What's next?
Right, exactly.
That's boring.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
It
I
do get
want the
boring.
cheeks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But don't just want the cheeks. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let's wake up the next day and say, hey, the plane ticket down in Orlando cost like $40, $50.
Yes.
I got the plane ticket, you got the room. But then they come up with this little 50-50 conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. Like, I'm paying for the plane ticket. I'm paying for the room. I'm paying for the food. It's like you're a prostitute. I'm paying for everything for you. What I get out of it.
Right.
I'm not being loved.
Right.
I'm not being genuinely placed in a position to feel like I'm valuable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to show you to my mom and my dad. For what?
That sounds like a relationship. People be getting it
Right.
confused, especially when a guy comes to, hey, we're just dating.
Right.
You know, if you're not saying, oh, we dating, I'm trying to make you my woman, or if you haven't told that person, like, oh, you're my woman, why do I need to meet your parents?
That part. But
People
they
be
do
crazy. They
this.
be delusional.
I mean,
They be, you know what women be thinking?
What?
Because I had this situation with one of my friends. They think that because you giving them they giving you the honey pot, that's gonna make your mind be like, oh, I'm gonna make her my woman.
No.
That ain't what it is.
No,
You done
I don't
already
even
told her
want
from the
that,
get
man.
right.
Put that on payday. You feel me? Buy her, pay her. Do that, put that later on. I don't even want that. But they don't get those things.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get ready to do that, guess what? Wasn't it? You gonna get nothing out of it.
Exactly.
Like I mean, like I was telling my partner the other day, I was like, he was in a relationship for 2 years. I said, so what you doing with that? He said, I love her. I said, so what's your next step? I mean, I love her. I'm like, bruh, you with this woman for 2 years, fam. You got to have another step.
Yes. You don't
It's
want a
just like a
marriage,
job.
like build together,
Right.
a business. Like, that's crazy.
I said it's just like a job. You gonna be the janitor for 2 years.
Right.
What you gonna work at the desk, right? Then you go from the desk, you gonna be upstairs, right? And then now you want a CEO. Then you got to build that woman in that position, bruh.
Yes.
You got to let her know that you going a little bit further than what it is. If I don't have that in a relationship, I don't even want it.
Exactly.
But some people don't even have conversations. Like this one chick, man, I was talking to, we just holding the phone. I'm like, what we doing? Doing breathing
Hold the
contest?
phone.
What we doing?
Right.
Nostril left, nostril right. We just having a race towards nostrils. You know what I'm saying? We ain't having no conversation. It's too much stuff going on in the world not to have a conversation.
Right.
But some people don't know how to have conversations.
They don't, yep.
We could talk about life, we could talk about love, and we could talk about lives. That's a conversation. We could talk about traffic. We can talk about the tires.
Right.
It's a conversation.
Right.
But they sit there and want to hold a conversation with you by not saying that. I'm like, I can't do
That's
nothing
not a
with it.
con.
Right. So I get bored quick.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they kill me with this other stuff. Oh, I'm going to tell you what gets you. What's your favorite color? Where you like to eat at? What's your zodiac sign? They like to ask all them questions.
We say you feel like it's interrogation.
Right.
my homeboy said, he's like, but I feel like, he said, I don't want to be acting out like, what's this, what's that? I feel like it's an interrogation. I said, right.
Right. Like, let's handle it natural.
Right.
You're not going to remember these things on this.
Exactly. Because she's going to end up asking you again, what you say your favorite color was again? What's your birthday again?
Hard.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you this story about this chick, right? It was not too long ago, right? So it was on, and I meet girls, women. I don't want to say girls, in a type of way, but I'm just saying the atmosphere, who they are or what they do. I met this woman, TikTok, cool as ever, everything else and all. Then I saw her on Facebook, right? Facebook dating. Yeah, that's tough. That's like POF. Don't do that shit.
I'm good on any of them apps. Right. I'm good. It's some crazy
you rolling
people.
dice with that.
For real.
Yeah, you got to drink some Mad Dog.
For the women, for women though, it's more so the men looking for one thing. This ain't
on Facebook dating.
I'm good. Tough. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't even smoke cigarettes. You got to smoke menthols on that one, bad boy. So she was on there. I was like, okay, cool. She over there wrestling. I'm gonna see what she talking about. I hit her up pretty nice, laughing and joking and everything else, conversating now. Kid you not. We met up 2 weeks later, right? Met up over in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Took on a nice little streams of date. When I say streams, like water dates, right? Mm-hmm. First date, breakfast. Second date, museum. Third date was a jazz location, stuff like that. We went to the hotel room, went to sleep. The next day, we went out to, a little park and everything else and all that, sightseeing and shit like that, or whatever it is, all that is in place. Mm-hmm. Went to like the nice little lunch, chilling, laughing, joking, rode scooters. Late on night, went to the crew. Mm-hmm. With the crew, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Peter Street. Or you went to another
they got
them everywhere,
right? They all over. They got a little hole in the wall, like a little phone booth.
Okay.
Over there chilling. Over that, after that. Leaving there. The next day, right? Kid you not. We go downtown, like Midtown Atlanta, eating, joking. People over there checking out the fit. We went to a movie theater. We went and sat down and ate again. We know what I'm saying, whatever it is, because we had breakfast early that morning. Mm-hmm. So, pockets hidden. I'm just taking her out on dates and stuff. She gonna hit me about 2 days later with some conversation. I'm like, she said, can I talk to you about something? Mm-hmm. I'm like, cool. So she turned around and said to me, I didn't appreciate as far as, what we was doing things. You too sexual. So like, what you mean? Like I did my little neck, like you did your neck, right? Oh, like what you mean?
Talking about, right?
So she was like, you come off strong, you say certain things and this and that. I ain't like that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I told her, I said, let me tell you something. If I came out that type of way, how is it that me and you was in a hotel room for 2 days and I never touched you and never did anything to you?
What is she on?
I said, I don't know what you got going on. I introduced you to my mother, right? Because my mother wanted to know who I was out for those streaming days or whatever it is. I said, baby, I ain't here to hurt you. That's not my course, okay? Mm-hmm. That's not my delay. Ain't anything, whatever it is. And I respect what you got going on. She told me 4 or 5 days later, let me tell you what I've been through. I met a man through social media. He lied. He was doing this now on his girl. Cheated on it. He was married. Mm. He smacked her with something. You know what I'm saying? With a curable transmitted disease she can turn around and do it. Oh. And I told her, I said, that's the problem.
You said incurable?
It was curable.
Oh, curable. Curable. Okay.
Yeah. So I told her, I said, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You thought I was just like most men. Mm-hmm. I wasn't looking at that. But the crazy part is you went on the app and did the same thing to find somebody else. But you thought I was like everybody else. And you met somebody that was married and did you wrong. You thought I was going to do it. Mm-hmm. I said, baby, I don't even want it. I told you. That ain't even me. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Some people go through things like, man, I know men date women. Some of these men ain't healed.
Yeah.
They do some messed up stuff.
It's messed up. So the guy that I had on here, DC, he from Country Wayne Skits. And he was talking about, because we talking about dating in Atlanta. And I said, how's he? Said, And I said, what I said? He said, no, y'all women be saying. I said, hey, it's hard. I don't even want nothing from a letter. He gonna say, man, it's hard for us too. And so I'm starting to hear a lot more men say it is hard dating in Atlanta. And I could kind of see it because, you know, some women they trying to get bills paid or whatever. Or it could be the bad situation where they met a dude before, and so they kind of like projecting that on the new person without really getting to know them.
They do those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You talking to somebody that was in a relationship, like people don't believe it or not. I mean, I was in an abusive relationship. I've done that. I dated women with kids. Don't get me wrong. I never judge a book by its cover. But some of the women I've dated, don't get me wrong, they wasn't over the hump or healed from their situation. They put their hands on me. I've been through that.
Wow.
But I mean, I'm still cool. I laugh and joke, but I don't fool them type of way. I ain't got no bad milk. I ain't got no bad blood. But I've been through those things. You know what I'm saying? And then some people that kills me with, like, TikTok can hurt you a lot. You see stuff on TikTok talking about giving up on a black woman. I never give up on a black woman.
You're right, exactly.
You know? And I see on TikTok, oh man, black men ain't this, black men ain't that. All this other stuff, y'all dogs, y'all lies. I'm sitting here like, I'm a good black man. I ain't never did nothing wrong. You know who they dating or what they. But no black men ain't got their own house, own car. Baby, I got 2 cars. Who y'all dating? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, all black men gay, this and that. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with it. But you put people in this box. You know, when you love God, you love people.
Right.
You never turn around and judge people, whatever it is. And I've been through those situations. I've been judged plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at me, they'll go on my page, women going, I kid you not. It's funny. They'll be like, they'll write me. Oh, I like your pictures. I like your videos. And then they'll turn around and write something. Oh, you single? Yeah, I'm single. About a week later, page go into a blank space.
What?
Like a old Android. Like it's gone. They ain't blocked out. They gone. Because they got some stuff going on.
Yep.
But I ain't finna call nobody out. And I ain't gonna lie, it be a lot of women commenting on my page.
Yeah, because you got a
whole like man.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Dang. So it's like that for dudes too. I thought women just went through that.
Got a whole man.
Yep. That's how it be for us. They be in marriages and everything. Right. The profile picture had a spouse on there, and they on here just going to town.
Still going at it. Going raw with it. Yeah. Monday Night Raw.
Sick.
They don't care nothing for
That is crazy. Yeah, it's terrible.
And they
out
do.
Here.
They'll be up on your pictures, be up on your profiles, be up on, like, they'll be consistent. And then when you get to going up on their page, going real deep, it be at the very bottom. Then you'll see who they with. Click on that.
There go the family.
Whole family, baby. You know what I'm saying? Olin Mills portrait.
Right. Ooh.
Straight Walgreens. They got a whole picture together. You feel me? I've been through. I see. Right. I'm like, dang. That's what we doing now.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Okay, so look. Anything else you got going on before we end this podcast?
Nah, really. I ain't got nothing going on.
I don't think you got nothing else after that.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, anytime I got stories for days. That's what I do on my lives.
Oh, okay,
and some people be listening to my lives like, man, I have, when they say dates, I have serious situations on dates.
Wow. Like, well, yeah, I'm going to have to get you back over here. Or we can go live and talk about it. I don't know, but shoot, it's definitely been interesting. It's been interesting. And then I also just want to thank you, too, for taking the time to come out here. Right. Did you drive from Alabama? Or you was here? 2
hours. Ain't nothing but 2 hours.
That's a lot.
So I got property here, and I got property there, so I have to come up here every weekend.
Oh, okay. So you was coming here anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to. Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for coming to bless the podcast.
See, I told you I got a Turo business. So
you got cars here too.
I got another car up here. Okay. I have to check up on that. You know what I'm saying? Do that as well.
Okay. Well, where can they find you at on social media?
They can find me on social media. It's simple. You know, my name is Patton. They can look up Brandon Michael Cobb on Facebook. Or they can find it on Instagram. But it's going to be pretty much Aries King B.
Okay.
That is Patton. They can
It's
find
on
me
TikTok too?
You
The
got
same
it.
name? Okay.
They can type Aries King B. They'll see me up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some people like why I got my real name out there. My name means power.
Right.
You
You
know
a
what I'm saying?
brand. You
Yeah.
want it to be a brand.
So
So
that's the main thing. Brandon means beacon light, understanding. Michael means over the minor, God or angel, and everything else. I mean exactly what it's meant to.
I know that's right. Oh, so you God fearing too?
You got to.
You was raised
That's
in the
why I'm
church?
always happy.
You was raised in church?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
raised in
okay. I didn't get
church.
that part. That's the part I forgot to ask you
But I
earlier.
mean, I don't put it like that, raised in the church thing, because I mean, I was AME, I was CME, and I was also Baptist, and I was
Okay.
also non-denominational.
Oh,
I've done
okay.
all those things,
Okay.
and the thing is, there's just ordinance in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Believe in Jesus Christ and everything's Hasha Washa. I believe in that as well. I'm Muslim and part of too. Some people like, oh, you can't be into
Yeah,
those
how you
things.
gonna do both?
Because I understand religion, I understand God. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? The thing is, you would never know who you are and where you're going on those things. Some people don't understand. I'm at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm happy where I'm at. Don't nobody disturb it, nobody mess with it, do those things, whatever it is. I can go through my worst and the worst, and I know for a fact God is going to make sure He's
I
going
know
to take
that's
care
right.
of me.
Right, amen.
I can go through
Yeah.
the worst situation in the world, and guess what? Whatever it is, I've been through it and
Yep.
I'm planted. Because if I put my feet on the ground, God made sure He plant me where to go. So that's what I do.
Amen. All right, well, look, it's been real. We about to get ready to end this. Y'all might see his face again. I don't know. We gonna see. But until next time, we are out.